Hey guys, welcome to the next tutorial for ethical hacking and penetration testing via Kali Linux. So in this tutorial we will be taking a look at footprinting methodology of DNS footprinting. So this section describes as to how to extract the DNS information and the DNS interrogation tools. So attacker can gather DNS information to determine key hosts in the network, and they can perform social engineering attacks to gather more information. So DNS footprinting allows you to obtain information about the DNS zone data, and this DNS zone data includes DNS domain names, computer names, IP addresses, and much more about a particular network. And I don't need to say anything specific what will happen if then hackers go ahead and get the IP addresses or the computer names. So the attacker performs the DNS footprinting on the target network in order to obtain the information about DNS. He or she then uses the gathered DNS information to determine the key host in the network, and then he or she will perform the social engineering attack to gather more information. DNS footprinting can be performed using the DNS interrogation tools, and we have several other tools over here. I'll just go ahead and show it out to you. And just before I proceed, you might be wondering, if you are wondering that I'm here to teach Kali Linux, but I'm still showing you tools that can be downloaded and installed even on Mac or let's say Windows. Yes, I'm showing you these tools because this is just an overview of what footprinting is and which tools are available. But when you go ahead and use Kali Linux, these tools are already available inside them. You don't need to install them specifically or install them okay, just a moment. Okay, you don't need to install them specifically as to any random or update them, because every time you go ahead and update your repositories, these tools get updated on their own, and you don't have any need to go ahead and gather all the tools and make your own operating system, because you have all of these tools available inside Kali Linux. So if you just to show, I can go ahead and show you some tools that are available for gathering DNS or WHOIS. So just let this, okay. So as you can see over here, we have these security tools, and for information gathering, we have DNS analysis for intrusion detection systems such as antiviruses and all those. We have IDS identification, live host identification, network scanners, and OS fingerprinting tools. And the best of them is the ZenMap and the Nmap, which can almost give you all the information, if not, or it can give you most of the information, if not all, to go ahead and do some social engineering attacks on your client. So before that, I'll just go ahead and show you what these tools are and how they work. So I'll just go ahead and open dnsstuff.com. Okay, so this is one website, and we have dnsstuff.com, and it is possible to extract DNS information about IP addresses, mail server extension, DNS lookups, WHOIS lookups, etc. And if you want information about a target company, it is possible to extract its range of IP addresses utilizing the IP routing lookup of DNS stuff. And if the target network allows unknown or unauthorized users to transfer DNS zone data, then it is very easy for a hacker to obtain the information about DNS with the help of DNS interrogation tools. Once you send the query using DNS interrogation tool to the DNS server, the server will respond to you with a record structure that contains information about the target DNS. And DNS records provide important information about location and types of server and where they are. So the important points for DNS server would be DNS interrogation would be points to a host IP address. It can also give out point to domains, mail server, and name server. Canonical naming allows you to alias the host, and it can also indicate the authority for the domain, service records, and it can also map IP addresses. So there are a few different tools such as network-tools.com and different other websites. Performing a DNS query available at DNS Queries is a tool that allows you to perform a DNS query on any host. So there is one more website which is far better than the DNS stuff, and it is DNS Queries. And yes, here we have it. This is a tool that allows you to perform a DNS query on any host, and each domain name is structured in host. And the DNS, that's the domain name system, allows anyone to translate the domain name or the host name in an IP address to contact via the TCP/IP protocol. There are several types of queries responding to the implementation types of DNS records, such as MX, AAAA, CNAME, and SOA. So if you just want me to go ahead and give an example, let's check if I'm able to go ahead and do it for Microsoft.com. Just copy it and I'll just paste it. And okay, I'll just type invalid domain. As you can see that here it is my it's given over here my host name of my company and the geolocation of my address as to where I have been located and much more. So by these way you can go ahead and gather much more information by putting a host name or a domain name or anything that you want. So this is just an example, and let's say I just wanted to show you something. Let me check. This should work. Let's check. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, I have all the parent zone DNS server's address. We have the IP address starting from 192.193.221, and you can also go ahead and see the TDLP parent check. And so these are all the information that you can get, and you can go ahead and relate all the IP addresses that you get via these DNS servers. And the best part is that this may seem a bit complicated to you, and that is why we have Kali Linux to go ahead and simplify this out for us just by typing a simple few lines of code, not even few lines, just one line of code, and you will have all of these under your feet. So you can click and run this tool button, and the DNS information for Microsoft.com will be displayed over here as shown. And we have several other DNS integration tools such as kloth.net. If you want, you can just write it down, and I'll just go ahead and show it off to you. kloth.com, and I'll just okay.